What's happening, guys? Just want to talk to you guys for a little bit. If you notice, the bike's in a different location now. My dad and I and my buddy, we got the bike to run. Yay. I took it up and down the road a few times, literally with no seat, gas tank not bolted down, so I was having some issues getting started back up. Let's say battery, I basically put a rag on the battery, sat on the battery and part of the gas tank, keep it all down. Ripped it up and down a few times down the road, and I honestly don't see any problems, but we came up with a few issues. Gas tank cap's leaking. It's leaking right out of the gas cap. We're going to have to fix that problem. I had no throttle, no twist throttle. I had to literally hang on to the cable and pull it with my thumb to drive it. That issue is going to get fixed today, I'm hoping. I got some stuff to fix it and I'm hoping it's going to work. So, what I'm using, what that is I'm using the factory butt end. I just drilled a hole through the cable and flared it at the end. So I'm hoping this is going to work. I don't know. I tried it with the other end, it worked. But, like, I made one out of lead. You guys can see it worked, but it was kind of short. Right now, what I'm working on now is, here's the factory, or I don't know if it's factory or not, it's the flasher unit for the flasher to make your turn things work. I picked up another one, so we're gonna, hopefully it'll work. It looks the same, but just because it looks the same don't mean if it's gonna work the same. Got some work to do in those pin on that wire anyway, so we're gonna see if that's gonna work. I pulled the fuse out last night so it don't drain down the battery. So we're gonna turn on the key, and hopefully we got turn signals. It's going. It's working. Actually, the wire's acting up. Let me plug in the turn signals. So I got one with cover and one without a cover. So I gotta repair the one that is bad. The left side of the bike's bad, has a bad side. So let's see if we got. That's the most annoying. Can I just disable that? Yeah! There we go. We don't need that annoying thing up there. That sounds better. And they work better without that annoying buzzard up there. I just now need to figure out what's going on with the horn. Alright, so we got turn signals on the bike now. Also went and got me some more bolts because I was out of them. That's what I like about my Hurricane. It carries everything I need, plus some. So we can get this back rack put on now. So what I want to talk to you guys, I finally came to a conclusion. My dad and I came to a conclusion. Finally figured out what's wrong with some of my neighbors around this, couple of my neighbors around this neighborhood. They're freaking jealous, guys. Because my dad and I, we can basically repair junk and get it back up on its feet. Well, a couple of my neighbors cannot repair junk and cannot get it back on its feet. And I think that's kind of funny, guys. It's like, why would you get jealous over something that somebody else is doing? I think it's pure funniness. I mean, ain't that hard to do these bikes? Yeah, it's been 4 freaking years since it's sitting in here, but that still don't mean anything. It just takes time to repair everything. And when you don't have the ambition to repair something, you just let it lie and let it sit there and decay until you get tired of fighting around with it and you decide to get it repaired. Anybody can repair anything, guys. And I mean literally repair anything you ever want to. You just gotta have the know-how and the patience to do it. I mean, if you don't have the patience, then yeah, I can see you not getting it repaired and up and running. I mean, that goes for anybody. You gotta have common sense when you do stuff. It looks like my fairing's broke on this side. I'm gonna have to repair somehow. But other than that, I mean, this bike was a challenge. It wasn't a challenge for me. It was more of a challenge to find the parts I needed for the bike. Like, that's the biggest issue I've had with this bike since I've started repairing this bike. It's basically trying to find the parts than repairing the parts. I mean, 4 years ago this bike ran. So it wasn't like it didn't run 4 years ago. It just needed parts and I couldn't find them. Like, you can't get a carburetor for this bike. You can't buy a carburetor for this bike. You have to figure out what size carburetor it was, which is a 24 mil, which kind of sucked. I wish I knew that 4 years ago, or would have fixed this by now. Right now I'm trying to see if I don't even have power to the horn. Well, that would have helped. I think if I connect that back together, I think it might work, guys. And it might help if I turn on the key too. And we got power. So this horn probably is going to work now. And the horn's dead. So the horn's dead on the bike, so that's another thing I'm going to have to repair. But yeah, other than that, the bike is so there's really not much to do. It's just going to be time consuming to finish it up. There's a lot of little things I'm waiting for. So like I need, actually what I really need is money. You know, to buy most of the parts. It's going to take a lot of money to do this bike, guys. You guys just don't realize the sheer amount of money that goes into restoring one of these bikes. Because what eBay's got listed, what they list on eBay for is what they want out of them. There's no way you can talk them down. So, the whole front cowl assembly, the glove box, the front cowl, right there is easy $120, $130 just for those two assemblies. That's if I could find a front cowl for this. I can find the whole glove box, this whole assembly here for $75. And that's if I could find the cowl that's all busted up on the one I have now. And I'm hoping I can find another good used one that ain't all busted up. It's like the air duct. The air duct right here. This little piece, $20 freaking for that little guy. And it's been missing since the day I've owned this bike. This back piece right here is $50. This back piece of plastic goes right here is $50. So only those three pieces I'm missing right now. Everything else I believe I have. I have everything else. And then I got to get a new light. Turn a single light assembly because you guys can now see that she is broke. And this little guy right here is $20 some for it. So this little guy right here is $20 some for this little guy. So, and then, yeah, because I got rear brakes on this bike. I believe they still work. Yes, they still do work. You guys can see it. See how bright, and it goes dim, bright and dim. So that's working. The seat should be repaired soon. So there's a lot of stuff that I want to get done. I just don't have the money, guys. That's why I do these YouTube videos, to show you guys that anything's possible. You just need you gotta have the patience to do, you gotta have the patience. Patience is virtual, as I've always been told, to do anything. And you guys might think, well, this don't seem like, you guys are probably saying, well, it don't seem like this is your first bike you ever rebuilt. Actually, this ain't the first bike I rebuilt. It is the first bike I rebuilt, but it ain't the first small ATV or small engine type of project I've ever worked on. I've had two four-wheelers come in this yard that were nothing but basket case. And I mean, literally a basket case. So, one was stripped completely down. I mean, it was literally in boxes, and I had to put it together. I got it running, except for I had two things wrong with it. Actually, be one thing. I had the air and fuel line mixed on the carburetor, but other than that, it ran. The guy that he had me finish up the work on it knew those two lines were flipped, and he fixed it, and it ran good. And I occasionally run across him and asked him how his four-wheeler was doing. There was another one I did, geez, 4 or 5 years ago, was a King Quad. It was a 94, 93 or 94 Suzuki King Quad 300. It was a basket case, okay? There had been a lot of work that needed to be done with it. But what the problem with that was, the valves were too tight, causing it not to run right. So in the process of that, they screwed up the carburetor because they thought the carburetor was bad. Had to fix the carburetor and had to go get a battery for it because it wouldn't run without a battery. And it went on and on and on. But other than that, it's not the first project I've ever done. So it just shows you jealousy don't get you nowhere in life. Just always remember, jealousy is not the key. And I don't know why people get so jealous when I get crap, when I build crap or get crap up and running. So, yeah, the bike is running, guys. I mean, you guys missed the main voyage of it, but you know, I had my dad and my friend here, and they don't want to both be on camera, so I just did it without it. One thing I am going to do is get the spark plug pulled out and check the spark plug. I should do that while I got you guys here, so we can see how she's burning. That's one thing I could do right now. As let's pull the boot off. Looks like it's the little guy, so let me go over to the toolbox really quick. Go get it. I know you guys are probably saying, "Hey, fire up the bike so we can hear it." Well, I will in a second. As soon as I check the spark plug to see if it's burning rich or lean. Because I don't know what one is running. It's running rich or lean yet. Well, that was not cool. I forgot to tighten up the spark plug. That ain't cool. NGK. Running ish okay. It's not running bad. Little black on it, which is alright. She ain't running too bad. Should check the gap on it one of these days, but let me get you guys set up on tripod and we'll do a cold start because this bike hasn't been started yet. Not today. So let me get the spark plug tightened up. And let me go get the keys. Got the key. Put it in. Let's pull the choke. This bike does have the choke. Let me get the throttle up here. And I got to push down the brake because the safety does work on it. Let's hit. She is cold-blooded, guys. goes for idling changing. It's cold. It helps if I turn on gas. There you go, guys. There's a cold start. It helped I turned on the gas. Now I got an electrical problem, guys. Catch you guys in a little bit. I gotta figure out this electric problem.